Hi everyone, I'm Rob Ladd of the Cavalier Sports Report at Johnson County Community College. It's finally November, which means basketball season is upon us. Here to give us a preseason breakdown of the Cavaliers is head coach Mike Jeffers. Coach Jeffers, thanks for being here this morning.
Good morning, Rob. Good to be here.
Let's kind of break down the preseason. You've got a pretty young team here with a whole lot of new faces. Let's talk about the freshmen to start off with. Who has come in and how's the development looking for the young guys?
Oh yeah, we do have a lot of freshmen. We've got 10 freshmen. 2 of them are redshirt freshmen, and Adam Coatney and Chris Brasher. We've got 8 true freshmen that are true freshmen. I mean, they're straight out of high school. This is a pretty green team, even with the 8 true freshmen, 3 transfers. We're really young and inexperienced. So far, Melvin Turner, Lee Summit West 6'8" freshman, has come in and has shown some pretty good development to this point in time. He's starting to figure out a little bit more that maybe he's not a small forward at the college level, that he might be more of a power forward or even a post right now at the college level. So he's starting to figure that out a little bit. Courtney Jones, 6'5", true power forward, about 225, 230 out of Chicago. I guess going back and maybe on ESPN Classics or whatever, he'd compare to like a Mark Aguirre, a Charles Barkley type of power forward. A little shorter in height, but has that power forward type body and has that power forward type of mentality too. Justin Leathers, 6'4", swingman out of Park Hill, he's got some athleticism. He has a lot of talent. He's just now, it's taken him a little while to figure out the offense and defense and where he fits in. Tony Jones, 6'5", freshman out of Ray Peck, has done, he's had his ups and downs. It's been a typical, one day to the next kind of fruit basket turnover. One day, 2 or 3 look really good. The next day, it's a couple of other freshmen that look good. It's just that matter of getting consistent on a daily basis for most of those guys. And
it sounds like you're going to have a little bit more size in the front court as a result of that freshman class. I know that was something that hurt the team at times last year when you were running 4 and sometimes it seemed like 5-yard sets.
Exactly.
One place you might see a little bit more experience is on the guard side of the ball, specifically with guys like Curtis Beal and Ryan Mogjosh.
First semester, when DJ Luster started playing second semester, he became more of that 6th man off the bench. I look Curtis to be probably similar type role to what he was in last year. Ryan Mogjosh has been hampered through probably the last 2 or 3 weeks with a severe ankle sprain. He missed our first scrimmage over at Central Missouri. Played in our second scrimmage with Colby and Seward. Played fairly well until he rolled that same ankle again late in the game. Had a decent game the other night against Baker in our last preseason tune-up before we play Living the Dream on the 2nd. So, his biggest adjustment is fitting in with new teammates and learning how to trust them learning how to trust him, all of them learning how to trust the offense, the defense that we're wanting them to play. It's going to be a growth factor, and how quickly we can grow and mature as a team will dictate our success we have.
Now, last year, you guys loved the 3-ball, and I think a big part of that was you had snipers from the outside like Kyle Speed, Ronnie Boggs, and DJ Luster. Do you have to alter your style of play at all this year because you're a little bit bigger in the front court and you're missing some of those sharpshooters?
We're going to be a lot more balanced, I think. I think we've still got the shooters with Chris Brasher, redshirt freshman that returns, Ryan Orell, transferred back from Newman University, 6'2", 6'3", shooter. He's as good. He's as good a shooter as DJ Luster. He's as good at just catch and shoot, get your feet set shooter as there is in the league, I think. And he's got some range to him also. Our point guards, Aaron Washington and Jordan Honore and Travis Ryan are I'd say good shooters. but they're not in the class of a Kyle Speed. So, you know, from that standpoint. But I think we're going to be a lot more balanced because I believe we do have some ability to score in the paint. We are a better rebounding team. We got 22 offensive rebounds against Baker the other night, but we got to do a much better job of finishing them and shooting free throws for three-point plays as opposed to going to the line and having to shoot 2 free throws. So it's just that mental maturity, that mental toughness around the basket at this level, learning that you're going to get bumped, you're going to get pushed, you're going to get hit on every shot you take around the basket. It's just some of it's not going to get called. So they got to learn that.
And that was going to be my next question, is you guys had your first real measuring stick, I think, last week against Baker. How much do you get to take away from games like that, scrimmages leading into the regular season?
Well, I think you can, what we do is, and I've always been maybe a stats person, stats do not lie. We had some very good things happen. We out-rebounded Baker by a wide margin. We held them to 41% from the floor. We would like that maybe to be a couple of percentage points lower than that. We shot 73% from the free throw line on 34 attempts, so that was pretty good. We forced them into 17 turnovers, and we're talking about, you know, playing against juniors and seniors, and sometimes fifth-year seniors. On the flip side, though, we shot 30% from the floor. We were 20% from three-point line, and a lot of that was just inexperience and just more bad shot selection. Because, you know, we just asked our team, we got a whole team of bad shooters, or we just took a lot of bad shots. And they all admitted we took a lot of bad shots against Baker. So, and that's just maturity and understanding offensively where you need to go. So when you scrimmage, you know, a good team like I think Baker's going to be this year, I think they're going to be a very good NAIA Heart of America team. We come back and we can look, okay, what didn't we do very well? And then the things that we didn't do well against Baker are things that we can change. We can get better at offensive execution. We can get better at shot selection. We can get better at not turning the ball. We had 24 turnovers. We can get better at not turning the ball over. And a lot of that's just experience, practice time, playing time, and it should come.
Well, keep coaching them up, Coach, and we look forward to seeing how you guys progress throughout the season. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Thanks, Rob.
Make sure you check out the men's basketball team as they travel to Penn Valley later on Saturday of this week for the first game of the regular season. For Coach Mike Jeffers, I'm Rob Ladd. We'll see you next time.